Okay, this is Sirena Nereida with Celestial Solanas, and I'm back. We're talking about the personal forecast for this full moon in Sagittarius, and we left off with Virgo, about to start Virgo. I just want to remind everyone that when you are reading or listening the horoscope, a lot of that is because you want to know what's going on. And having that, I gotta know ahead of time, is really a fear based, a very animalistic, a survival skill, caveman like essence. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just allowing and bringing to light of what is going on within the psyche, within your nervous system. And sometimes, we don't, a lot of astrologers, you notice now, are not even doing the personal forecast because really it doesn't matter. Once you are grounded, okay, and you have established those roots within Mother Gaia all the way to the core to the earth, and you are open, connected, from your sun chakra all the way up to the universe and the divine and source and the divine creative, all that is, it really doesn't matter. I have to have a heads up. Do you know that there are people who actually go and do sports on a whim of Mother Nature? It's called surfing and rock climbing. They are going at it and challenging themselves how well they can react towards the circumstances that Mother Nature gives them. And really, that is something to remember, those cycles of the world and the earth too, and the universe it's not to know ahead of time, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to, it's not a chess game where you're seeing what's going on. It's not of competitiveness. It's one of how to cohabitate, how to use the energies of what's going on with other people to create more harmony, how to allow the tension dissipate and use that harmony not for both of our personal and joint agendas, sole purposes really, on this, during this life path, during this journey that we have chosen. So a lot of times, we need to take a step back and go, well, it doesn't matter, because whatever the universe throws at us, obviously, there's going to be what we might consider negative, positive. I get a lot of people who ask me, is that good or bad? Like, they don't even know. They don't even know how to have an opinion on something. They are relying on someone else's, and they are giving me that power. I will not take it. I says, nothing is good nor bad. It is what it is. It's you interpret if it's good or bad, because if you do not have the skills to adjust and be flexible, I always tell everybody, and when they come to me for life coaching and developing themselves, that the more activities they take, the more skillful they are, the more aware, and they could see cycles of how things are and how to react, and then take advantage of it. So like if you surf, if you drive stick, if you drive 4x4, a big rig truck, if you ride motorcycles, skateboarding, snowboarding, okay, skiing, where you have to constantly adjust, rock climbing, all those activities, canoeing, where you are encountering other forces outside yourself and outside another human being, where it's making you have to think, judge, and then also work together. Team sports are necessary too, because you are allowing yourself to see how do those other people react, what is necessary. If you interact with more cultures, you realize there's more than one perspective, okay, of what is going on. Not just, how many times, I get family clients, whole family, and the parents like, I don't understand. We're all in the same family, we treat them all the same, but depending on where they're seeing it, okay, they're going to see different things. Someone from this side will just say, it's blue and white. The other one is going to say it's blue and white with a line, depending on what angle they're looking at this pen. So it's very, very important to understand that. But I offer the personal forecast anyway, because I have been requested to. Really, I accept, and I'm very appreciative of all all love charity donations there that you guys offer me, because this is taking time and energy away from clients, away from my wonderful son. And I know your children are wonderful too. I'm just saying, you know, from my life. Time away from my family and other activities I do for soul growth that I offer to you free. Okay, so remember also too, when you're asking questions, also be nice enough to know that I give a love donation with every, you know, questions, $10, because I'm giving, you know, PayPal, because I'm offering time and effort to answer that. I get people say, well, I have this is my chart. What if you not go, that is called a reading, a consultation. Be very aware and respectful because of karma. The way you treat other people is the way people are treating you, and you wonder what's going on, you know, or why people do not respond or reply to you. And then you're like, oh, they're so rude. I talked to them. Did you leave them a message? Were you also giving and respectful of their time and effort? Did you offer them counter service? You know, if you just, there's some people who text other people that don't even give greetings. They just say, hey, I need this and that. Well, I mean, I honestly won't answer people like that who don't offer positive energy in the beginning of that day. You know, if I haven't spoken to them that day, they should start off with positive energy, because that's what one does. That is polite. You are acknowledging their soul, that soul has worthiness, and offer that. And what does that have to do with astrology and Sagittarius? It's very important, because Sagittarius is all about connecting with the matrix of the universe, connecting with the energies of the universe, and connecting, bringing that down with human souls, and being very, very aware of that and sharing that with others. Okay, it's very important to make those connections all the time. So let's continue now with Virgo. I'm using my iPad. You know, I use several different things, because you guys all know from before my computer thing was going slowly. So I'm still learning where I'm supposed to look for the iPad. So if you see me going like this, okay, pretend that I have a class here, you know, and I'm looking at everybody. How's that? All right. So anyway, so Virgo, okay, this full moon is happening in your 4th house. Now, your 4th house is not just your abode, a building, an edifice. It is also, okay, where you are keeping you, not your physical appearance, but your hearth. What is going on in there? Now, the 4th house is usually represented by Cancer, but in your case, you know, it is Sagittarius, all right? And so this is going to represent the motherhood. You as your mother essence, your feminine essence, and also what is representative to you as a mother, and how you share that, how you appreciate that, okay? That's very important, because if you're in the process, if you have children, even though you're a man, you are right now emphasizing what is it of that feminine nurturing essence, because the 4th house is about nurturing, is keeping the light on, you know, when they're not home, and keeping that that fire glowing, all right? It's also to be very aware that things are going on, okay, in your digestive system and also in your sacral. So make sure that you're keeping all that healthy and eating right. Okay, again, if you're getting headaches, you know, and I'm not trying to be negative, but it is what it is. You know, it seems that a lot of Virgos are hypochondriacs, though I know very wonderful Virgos. In fact, my beautiful cousin, who's also a healer, by the way, in the Valley, you guys ever need her, okay, look her up, Gabriela Signs. So, she's a wonderful Virgo. She's never sick, you know, which is great. And but there are other Virgos that I know that, oh, and look at Michael Jackson's just prime idea of a Virgo, of hypochondriac, or trying to germophobic, and oh no, not this, not that, it has to be a certain way. Look at him, he dies young anyway, okay? So remember, the whole idea is not to stay alive forever. It's not going to happen. It has never happened. Look at it, you know. Okay, it's about the quality of life. If you are having to numb yourself to function, Virgo, okay, you are not living, because then you're becoming numb to your own feelings and sensations, all right? If you have to put medication in you on a daily basis, you are being lazy. And I'm going to be straight up because Virgos, you know, you need to hear it straight. So you're being undisciplined, you're not taking care of your health. That means you are allowing, you're being selfish and allowing to use your health as an attention getter. You are being then energetically a vampire, okay? For love, which is not real love, you know, you are putting a guilt trip on others, all right? Now, let me tell you though, Virgo, you have some beautiful, beautiful aspects about you. You guys can be so disciplined, you can be so organized with yourself, but sometimes you get too critical. And I should know, my Venus is in Virgo, so I have no problem sharing this with you because I know sometimes I can get hard on myself, all right? Did I show enough love? Am I being very, very supportive? Did I offer this enough in my teaching? Did I offer enough, especially since it's in my third house? One of the reasons why my videos can be so long and when I'm teaching is because I want to be thorough. It's Virgo. You know, I critique myself more than anybody else. So, and that's nice, but make sure you are balanced because too much of that, you know, then all that negative after a while, you're not feeling worthy, deserving, and it's going to, you know, hinder your family atmosphere, and it's going to hinder the way you get to receive love also, and hinder the way people receive your love. They might not want it because it comes with the price of negativity. So, you know, you want to stay positive, smile, 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 awful. Always offer positive energy, you know. And on the other hand, it's also affecting your 10th house because remember, it also has a boomerang effect, and that is so, you know, the father figure, your career. So what is going on here is affecting there, and vice versa. What is going on in your career is affecting home. Yet what we could say is at the same time you're having an opportunity to merge both the career and the home life and the hearth, and really develop that. And to even help that more is knowing that Venus, okay, when Mercury goes direct on the 11th, Venus goes into Leo. And so that's going to be going right there into your 12th house. So it's giving you a time to really take a time back and develop yourself and really see what's going on and take some time away. All right, because then you have other things that are going on. But this opportunity is always wonderful, and I'm looking to see if there's anything to add, because I know you Virgos, I go, I know there's more, I know there's more, I know there's more. You know, we do have, well, asteroids, we like to say there's an orb of only 1 to 3 degrees, depending which asteroid it is. So really then with this Saturn, you know, full moon, it's right with the vertex, okay? And so sudden things might come into play. Not very, you know, whoa, almost like a lightning bolt and you weren't aware of it. And that's okay, all right? And there's a lot of passion things going on with that. And remember too is with that Venus going into Leo, you're going to have an opportunity to expand yourself consciously, you know, with Source. And maybe you're taking another class on meditation or another healing class, or getting an opportunity to go to certain areas, convalescent homes, and heal and offer energy and be available for that. So maybe adding that to your repertoire or your resume, okay? And nurturing others. So there's an opportunity that you're nurturing and helping out, you know, others in your home and through your career, all right? And all through connecting with Source. And just relax, relax, relax. That's a very important thing, to always breathe. If you see yourself like this, you're holding all that in. You're going, well, why am I have muscles stronger than if I'm always contracting? You're not contracting enough, okay? Anyway, so thank you, Virgo. And here we go, Libra. Libra, this is happening, this full moon is happening in your 3rd house. So it's of communications, of siblings, cousins, your surrounding neighborhood. What is going on? I know I slipped. I just put in a new cup of hot water while I'm uploading the other video. So, I don't want to burn myself. Okay, and you're very aware of tone and in the communication vocabulary. And Libra, first of all, you don't like to be alone. Okay, which is hard because you really, in growth and self-growth, there is a need to be able to stand on your own and to be grounded without the need of others. So instead of trying to use human beings, okay, for that balance, it's really important because the opposite of the third house is the ninth house of the higher, you know, and up and beyond, and source and the universe and higher understandings, philosophies and metaphysics, quantum leaping and all those energies, is to really find that balance, connecting with the higher above and not on other people, because then you're putting your hooks literally. And what's sad about that is you are then relying on a survival skill of love, okay, because you are not finding enough self-worth, self-desire, self-love within yourself. And after a while, it's going to be known. And people can use it, you know, to use you, manipulate you, being very aware that you yourself aren't. And these are going to be, of course, negative people. Now, people who really love you are going to also tell you, hey, down on your own, balance, you know. And they also might say, okay, you know, I'm not going to let you get too close because you overstep the boundaries too, needing that partnership. Now remember, although this also applies to people with their moon in Libra, this also applies to their ascendant and rising sign in Libra. I know I got a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a few Libras, you know, running around in my side of the family too. So I witness this a lot, and it's very interesting because if you do not have a sign that is so connected and needing those relationships, they feel offended. They're like, you know, and really needs to understand that needs that balance, okay, of being in partnership and when not to, knowing how to handle things and on your own, and when to work together as an agenda, not basing yourself on the opinion of others, Libra. It's very, very important in your communication skills and understanding, because also, like we said, the boomerang effect is in your ninth house. So that's also in judgment and foreign ideas, also dealing with courts. And what's very important is for you to understand is, why are you allowing yourself, why are you judging yourself through the eyes of other human beings that are prone to err, human beings that created a thought system, a belief system, a thought process, philosophies and ideologies according to their perceptions, according to their lives, when you have a different one, okay? So let me just close that. A little thing came up. And why are you doing that when you have a different life completely? And why must you judge yourself according to them? Why not according to what you know is true down deep inside? That way you don't have to be so, oh, I got to please them. And then, you know, you're very friendly people. And you, Libras, you're the type that make friends right away. Well, you call them friends. I call them acquaintances. And then you get hurt right away too. I mean, you're about ready to, you know, trade clothes with a person and exchange and braid each other's hair. And, you know, it's like, wait a minute. It takes time, just like you would with dating. It takes time to get to know someone. There's a word called courting, you know. You do the same thing too when you're developing friendships, Libra. So that way you know your limits and boundaries, and with whom and how you can exchange that energy with that person, and how it's best not to. And so remember that, okay? Especially because this also trickles down because Venus is going into your 11th house of friendship. So if you are not aware of how to really create a friendship, what is a friendship for? It's not so much how much can I use you, but how much can I share with you, all right? A lot of people only keep certain people in their life because of how much they can use them. And it's very superficial, rude, and what was that? Sorry, I heard some kind of noise out there. You know, so please be very aware of that and be positive and always offer positive energy, all right? And think twice before speaking and doing things. Always, Libra. Okay, Scorpio, moving right along, Scorpio. Here we go. Scorpio, this is happening in your second house, so your finances, all right? And so that means also it's having a boomerang effect in your eighth house, which is your joint finances. And not only is there an ending of something that's coming in financially, okay, but there's an opportunity to pay off certain loans, credit cards, and agreements and contracts. There's also something to take in effect, and a lot of people forget that the second house is not just finances, but how we deal with our moral issues, how we consider and judge ourselves morally, and what judgment basis. And you are coming to certain conclusions, certain ideas and patterns that you have had in the past are no longer serving you in this phase of your life, in this journey. And though they were wonderful and great and really helped get you where you are now, okay, it's not going to serve, you know, anymore because you're at a different stage. We have to respect the cycles of life, okay? You know, certain ideas and ways we might have dealt with people when we were in elementary no longer serve the purpose when we are in high school, no longer serve the same methods when we are in college, no longer serve the same methods with our friends as adults, as with our parents or with our co-workers, okay? So be very aware of that all those moral issues, what is good. Now don't put as negative. It's no longer serves the purpose, all right? There's no need to be negative because I know Scorpios could get hard on themselves too. A lot of you guys don't know that you guys are the third most depressive sign, okay? Outside of, first you got the Pisces and Capricorns, all right? Imagine a person who has Capricorn, Pisces, and Scorpio as their three main signs. Ooh. I do know some Pisces Capricorns, very negative. Anyway, sorry, Scorpio. Focus. Okay, like the tarot card says. Oh yeah, you'll see that later. And so, and that is going to be very helpful too, because the way you deal with yourself morally and understanding opens up your heart chakra and your sacral chakra. And a lot of you are having trouble with your sacral chakra right now, your reproductive area. Why? Because you had Saturn in your sign, you know, for about 2.5 years. And it went into Sagittarius, but guess it's now retrograding and it's about to go back into Scorpio. Yippee! The Scorpions are saying. So some of the issues you might have had before, maybe you have ED or you have reproductive problems, endometriosis, fibroids, you know. Please be careful on being frivolous in your sexual activities because you are prone at this time to get any STDs or infections that aren't STDs. You know, especially if I'm going to bring this up because I can with these Scorpios. So, and me being a life coach and intimacy relationship coach, very important to understand that if you are having, you know, intercourse, okay, that you are protective, because remember that area, okay, that chute there, though, that tubing and disposable tubing has a lot of toxins. So make sure that before you are asking your partner to cleanse themselves out, okay, use a condom to protect yourself, because in that penetration, in that arrow going in, it can go into your urethra there and infect and travel up into your bladder and hence your kidneys, you know. So a lot of times people with lower back pain and then having problems, you know, they're getting feverish and stuff like that. Really what's going on is that they have a kidney infection because of some kind of penetration into a toxic environment. So remember that, okay? Please, please take care of yourself during this time. And, you know, not that everybody's going to get it, but if you're being aware, especially with Saturn going back into Scorpio, you can avoid certain things and still enjoy yourself, all right? you know, enjoy that bondage and you know, domination, and have that fun, and really just be aware of what's going on, and have that wonderful release. But do know what can happen, because we're also, this is important because the boomerang effect is that it's in your 8th house of sex, remember? And then also too is reusing sex as a transformative energy. If you're a male and you orgasm, try not to ejaculate when you orgasm. There is a method in which you do not have to lose that energy and feel it is draining you towards someone else, that instead that energy gets replaced within you, like the Merkaba breathing, and enhances. And that's through Tantra, and that is through a lot of breathing techniques, you know. Contact me for more, we can discuss this, all right? And it really helps expand, and makes you less dense, and makes you less reliant and less desperate of I gotta put my claws into someone else because I need them so I can have a release, you know, instead of really just enjoying the process, not necessarily the destination of that orgasm. And remember too, if you're a female, how wonderful, a lot of males don't know this, but females have, males have max maybe 5 to 7 different types of orgasms, you know, throughout their lifetime. Women can have, oh my gosh, I mean, you know, sometimes they say, oh, what did you do to deserve to be a woman, to have menses all the time? Then I say, oh, what did I do in past lives to deserve to be a woman, to have all these different kinds of orgasms that are available? You know, I mean, we have over, you know, 50 different types, and it's amazing, okay? But also too, it's not just up to you, your partner, to try and bring that out. You have to know yourself, and you have to encourage and really open yourself, and that bring out that vulnerability, but understanding your limits and boundaries, that you're not giving yourself away completely, because what you're doing is you're enhancing that energy. All right. And a lot of people, especially females, like, no, I don't want to open up because I'm giving, and then they're going to hurt me. Whoa. Sex is separate from relationships. A lot of people say, no, it's not. That's because you do not know how to. That's like saying, you know, food is love, is associated with love. All right. And some people go, but it is. Okay, but it isn't, you know. So there's different perspectives and usage, and being very aware of that, and allowing that orgasm during that, making it prolonged, not like shooting and that's it to assassination, prolonging it, and creating that subspace, not just for the receiver, you know, like the cup, okay, but also for this, you know, vessel that is going in. When I was saying that, I was thinking of the word in Spanish, you know, they use the word verga, you know, for the male vessel, the phallus. And really what that is from a ship, okay? The staff from the ship where the lookout point is, you know? And yeah, you're like wishful thinking, okay? But because it is so, you know, round in girth, and also holding up and being able to have the third eye in a sense, and that's very important because you're seeing and being intuitive with that, and guiding, kind of like the watch out point, you know. So the one who says, oh, land of, you know, beyond. So, you know, being very aware of that. And when we are aware, because remember, the way we receive sex and allow ourselves to interact sexually, you know, is also our sacral chakra that allows us to receive money, okay? And so if we cannot enjoy that, and we cannot enjoy ourselves, you are not really going to enjoy money. You're like, I enjoy money. No, you can't, because money is neutral. You have to enjoy what money brings, okay? Not focus on the money. That's like some of you are focusing on the actual just orgasm, not the process, not how it develops you. And that's very important to understand the difference, okay? Now with Venus going in also, so being aware, is going into Leo, and it's going into the 10th house, okay, your 10th house. There's an opportunity to really expand. You know, Scorpio is a feminine essence sign, yet it's going to be with the 10th house. So really taking control. It's asking you to take control, but not just take control. You have to take control of yourself first. You know, there's I remember when I was saying BDSM and, you know, through Sex Coach University, we were the ideas. The number one thing to always remember, before you control someone else, before you can be a parent to someone else, before you can own a pet, you must have discipline and control of yourself. And be very aware of things, because then that is when you can guide other people. But there's other people who want to control and possess, and, you know, yet they don't even have any control of themselves. And those are the ones you got to be wary of. Okay, those are your hypocrites who really don't know what's going on. So if you really, really, Scorpios, want to do that transformation, this is an opportunity where you got to develop yourself. And that's also meaning you got to be vulnerable, you know, and knowing how it is to be hurt, get hurt, understand how to fall. So that way, falling is not that bad, and you could get up and still, it's good, you know, and that's very important. Okay, let's move on. Sagittarius. Wow, we did a long one there with Scorpio. Sagittarius, remember, I hope you guys are also listening to your moon sign and your ascendant sign. Yes, this is all about your physical appearance, how you're coming off with other people. You're deciding to change things. Maybe you used to have a bunch of piercings, now you're not. You know, you're taking off a tattoo, you're removing, you're disassociating yourself with certain things and simplifying your life. Okay, there's that need that you need to be around other people, but being the wanderer, you need also that time alone. Okay, and you're seeing that opportunity of how you're connecting with source. You guys are very, very aware of energetic and vibration frequencies within the people. You can go and go, oh, I like this atmosphere. Oh, how can I change it? Okay, a lot of you to have the protective mechanism to make fun of yourself, to really enhance a situation also, and to bring more happiness and joy into an environment. But be careful when you make fun of yourself, that it's not something that is a belief in your core system, you know, that you're letting that go and just, you know, oh, okay. Now, if you don't mind and people make fun of it and it's something that's natural that everybody does, you know, then okay, you know, if you're going to burp and you decide to burp half of the alphabet, wonderful. But make sure it's not going to be something that you're going to regret. And that's when you hear someone else say it, that you're going to be like, you know, because that attention, you know, it's a search for love. And it could be because you're actually stating straight out that you feel unworthy, that you don't feel deserving, okay? So, you know, be very aware. This is also dealing with your partnerships, okay? Because you're seeing that there is an opportunity to expand. Since you're expanding yourself and you're seeing yourself glow and in a new light, you are also reevaluating your needs, wants, and desires within your relationships, and how it is that you give love, how it is that you need love, how do you receive love? Are you being aware that there's other types of love? You might be, well, Sagittarius aren't usually the ones that say, oh, you know, I'm not being loved. They're very aware of the universal and unconditional loving light. But you never know, if you have someone, you know, Pisces in there, you know, with that Sagittarius, they're not understanding that there's more than one way to show love. This is also going with Venus. Going into your 9th house is Leo. And so you're having an opportunity to really expand and share this connectedness with the matrix of the universe, source, nature, okay, all that vibrational energy with children, and putting it into your romance. So maybe, you know, at this time you want to take your date out to go for a hike or canoeing, you know, gondola, where nature is involved, and really doing bonfire type things, and really getting to enjoy the cycles of the world and sharing it with a loved one. This is really good because also you, by doing that and being with nature, you are getting an awareness of how you develop and how at different stages, you know, what worked before when you were a teenager is no longer working now, or if you're a teenager, would work for you when you were in elementary, you know, and say, teacher, teacher, he pulled my hair. Teacher, teacher, she pushed me. Okay, is not working now at this stage of your life now that you're working and you're in your 30s. Okay, you can't go and pull someone's hair when you don't like what's going on, though you might feel like it. Okay, so you are learning to take different steps and methods to deal with situations. And you know, realizing that certain ideas and beliefs and systems, you know, that you were brought up with might have sounded limited. And it's not that they didn't have a purpose or they didn't have validity, but remember, for children, when we're explaining things, we're going to only explain it to a certain extent, so that way they can understand and not be so overwhelmed. That reminds me of a movie that revisited my son, 10 Things I Hate About You. And my son's a teenager. I'm using him as an excuse why I watched it, but I just love Heath Ledger, you know. You know, may his soul, you know, be towards the journey that he has embarked upon, and sending healing, loving light to him. But anyway, there's a part there where these two teenage girls say, you know I can be underwhelmed, and I know I can be overwhelmed, but can I ever just be whelmed? And the other girl goes, you know, I think so in Paris. Why I bring that up to you is because at times with having that connection with the ninth house, if you know, when we're explaining with children, things can be overwhelmed. We want to make sure that they are whelmed, okay, and feeling at comfort level to bring that up. So now that you're older and you are aware, you need more information and want to expand more on it, okay? So you're taking certain loyalty and devotion and vows and you know, saying it's integrity, when really maybe, you know, from the past, when really it was imposed upon you, as opposed to you really understanding what you were seeing and having there, you know. And so in developing more, this is a chance where you get to take control, okay, of the things going on, and really guiding your partnership, or deciding maybe you need a new one, or deciding this is some good time to reconnect with the universe, make the universe your partner, and be very in one with them, and you know, developing yourself. Okay, so moving right along, we've got Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Once again, I like to remind you, please make sure that you just, first I say in the beginning, no, we really don't need personal forecasts. We need to just, you know, surf and be adjustable and flexible. And now I'm going to sound like I'm a hypocrite, contradict myself, and say, please remember to also watch, you know, the part of your rising sign, your ascendant sign, which is your time of birth sign. If you're not sure, contact me. And your moon sign, okay? I say that because I know Capricorns catch those little details going, wait a minute, you know, something's amiss here. So Capricorn, you have been going through wonderful changes. You're like, who, according to whom are they wonderful? They are. And you know, the word wonderful, okay, stems from a wonder. Not wander, wonder. It's just like giving an opportunity to see your path, your journey, okay? When we wonder, we're not sure about it. We're curious, and we can't even try to imagine completely. It's like, wow, you know? Yet you want to control things, but it's not. It's really, you know, your sign is an earth sign, so you're very great rooted. And that's very nice, but sometimes you're rooted too much, and you don't allow certain flexibility, okay? And you need to, even trees that are rooted, you know, the redwoods and stuff like that, they have to show flexibility. That's how come sometimes you see some of the trees bent this way, and their branches are this way, you know, because, you know, the sun is all hitting and so, or the wind is pushing, because there is a need for flexibility. And with Pluto in your sign, you have had, and that it's retrograde right now, it's exactly, you know, midpoint. So you've been going through for a while. Pluto's going to stay in your sign until I think, you know, the 2022. Around there, don't quote me. I don't have it memorized, sorry. I'm thinking, okay, so you're having opportunities to develop yourself, and you know, just so you don't feel alone, because sometimes people, you know, I say this because a lot of times Capricorn is this second sign that's most depressive. Okay, they get very depressed and suicidal. So just know that you got a friend here, someone who understands. Oh, I got Capricorns all around me. Okay. I attract them like, you know, bees to honey. So, and that's a nice way of putting it. Okay, because I could say flies to fruit. So, but my ascendant is opposite. So I am exactly opposite of what's going on right now. You know, my ascendant is 13 degrees Cancer, and it's at Pluto's at 15 degrees Capricorn. So, you know, there's that. I also am going through major changes of what I need through partnerships. And I say that because everything is a boomerang effect, Capricorn. So when you change, when you see those changes happening in you, and it's very important because you have the full house happening in your 12th sign, 12th house. So this is, you know, the subconscious, a time to meditate. Take some time out, because then what's going to happen is next month you're going to actually change it and put it into play physically of what you have decided, that things you need to let go of. And that when that happens, then we change our partnership areas, because we no longer have that need. Okay, if you were, you know, a person who liked, you know, let's say you're the ice cream, your partner's the sugar cone, and after a while you decided you don't want a sugar cone anymore, you want a cup. Okay, and you're a different flavor, and maybe that partner is no longer in agreement or in the same agenda or plan with you, a journey. And you need to be flexible, especially in this day and age where things are changing. Technology, transportation has really given us, where a lot of us are living many lifetimes within this lifetime. The things that we have gone through in this lifetime are examples of our past lives. Okay, so if you were in the military for a few years, maybe you actually had a lifetime in the military in a past life. You know, if you were married and no longer, well, obviously in past life you were married. You know, so it brings in all your lifetimes together in this lifetime, and usually in that order of what things are going on, and how you developed, and at what stages and what you needed. And so regarding that, you are then putting it into play within yourself, because going into your subconscious and really taking in what it is you're needing. Okay, maybe you need to convalesce yourself and nurture yourself a little too, and there's things going on. Remember, Sagittarius rules the thighs and hips. Okay, so what's to follow, Capricorn? You know, are your knees. And a lot of Capricorns have knee problems, bone problems, arthritis. Okay, even digestive systems, because of the boomerang effect, and teeth problems. So make sure you are digesting, taking your magnesium and your calcium citrate for that balance, selenium for your immune system, your zinc and potassium, very important, 5 minerals. Always, always, okay, especially if you're older. The good thing about Capricorns is that they do like to learn. And as a Capricorn seem older when they're younger, when they get older, they actually get to grow younger. Okay, I know several wonderful Capricorn men that are very handsome, and they're in their 70s. You wouldn't even think they're in their 70s, and they're active. They're more active now than they were in their 40s. Okay, so that's a good thing. And Capricorn women, you know, so you don't feel left out. You know, you're developing yourself, and there's a sense that first you wanted a partnership, but now you're like thinking, I think I kind of want to sit this out. Not sit this out without a partner, meaning I'd rather, you know, not have a partner and be able to explore and see things and hold my own and be very grounded, which is applauding for you because you're connecting more with source as long as you're not relying on your children and being energetic hooks or vampires with your children. But it's because you're connecting to source and matrix of the universe and really developing and expanding your heart chakra and all that, okay? So it's very, very important. Also, too, is because we have Venus going into Leo, which is going to be in your 8th house, okay? You're getting an opportunity to transform yourself, which makes sense with all this taking time out and really, get a motorcycle, just go through the desert or go through the woods, go for a hike by yourself, really, hug a tree, sit underneath the tree, sit underneath the Bodhi tree like Buddha, and go to the beach and just really feel, okay? It's giving an opportunity for that transformative phase in your life. And the 8th house, a lot of people forget that it's also surgery. Maybe there's time you need to extract things from you. You've allowed you have too much baggage, all right? And I'm not just talking about physical baggage, emotional. You're carrying too much toxins. Do an energy release. Come see me, or if you're in, my cousin, Zodiac Signs is out there too. She's available. Come see us, contact us, One of us, my son, my father, we're all healers, and I know other ones in different areas too. I do long distance healing. Also, is just really finally release, let it go. Because if you do not let go, what has been ailing you, those feelings, the guilt, resentment, rage, worry, stress, the feeling of unworthiness and all that, it's going to eat up, okay? It's going to eat up in there, in your system, and really mess up your organs. And you don't need that. You want to stay healthy, okay? So, and also, too, Capricorns have a habit that they can actually, unless they have a Mars or their Sun and Moon in the fire sign, can go long periods of time of denying themselves sexual intercourse and not even appeasing themselves. And they also know of having prostate cancer too, aside from bone cancer. So that's not really good. Release that at least with yourself in some positive way. Just, as a health coach and an intimacy coach, I'm bringing this to your awareness, because when you don't, you're allowing the toxins to fill up in that barrel there, and then as it goes, it has to come out one way or another, as a disease, as an ache, as anger in your character, your toxins, how you react and are with other people, okay? So please be aware of that, Capricorns. Do yourself a favor. Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Just so you know, my moon is in Aquarius, and so I can relate, Oh, some alarm is coming up. Yes, thank you. It's already 5:30. Okay, so Aquarius, this is an opportunity. Oh, by the way, Aquarius, just a reminder to, if you are watching this portion of the video, do be aware that you're not just your sun sign. You need to watch also your moon sign, okay, and your ascendant, your rising, your temper sign. Those three are the same, to get a better idea of what is going on, okay? So, what is on that's flying all over me? Oh, some spider. All right. So, Aquarius, I know, I'm like feeling something underneath the table going, woo! That's tickling me. Okay, Aquarius, this is happening in your 11th house of friendships and of goals, of your personal goals, and a lot of times too, your friends, and teams, and team sports, your friends or whom you integrate with and you participate on a daily basis changes according to your goals, your agendas, your purpose. And what is that purpose? Are you aware? Where's your North Node? Come see me and we'll take a look at that. And you're getting an opportunity to let go. You have fulfilled something. I'm thinking right now because my moon is in Aquarius going, We have, gotta play it to myself. We have fulfilled something, and it's good. And now it's time to move on to something different and to allow ourselves for more growth. And we're seeing also that certain friends around us are no longer serving that purpose, but we are still enjoying them just to get along. But we do not need them. You know, we're just enjoying them, and that's very important. Aquarius likes to be around people, likes very social, likes to help others. You know, really detaches, and at the same time, though, they need that time alone to replenish, and they're very good about doing that. Whereas, you know, you got the other air signs, Libra and Gemini, they're just all the time with other people, though you tell them they need time alone to replenish. They're like, I don't know what to do, you know. Aquarians are very good and balanced with that, and sometimes they can be a little bit too detached. And you got to tell them, hey, let's get back into the world, you know, especially if they got Piscean in them, you know, or even Cancer, I know. So it's so wonderful. You just want to kind of escape through that. And you have a very good connection with the universe and the understanding of the vibration and energetic fields and frequencies. And that's very important, because sometimes you go in a group or you're going to participate in something and you can feel that environment, that vibrational, that frequency, that it's no longer serving you and appreciative. So, and you want to let that go, okay? And because it's in your 11th house, it's going to boomerang into your daily activities and your health. So please be aware of your health. Now remember, Sagittarius, full moon is Sagittarius is about the hips and thighs, you know, the sciatica, all right, and the sacral chakra, you know, all that fire. But with the Aquarius of the, you know, it could get over exaggerated. You need to be aware of your bones, your teeth. So make sure you are stretching with your hips, okay? Because Saturn rules you, Aquarius. And with that, you need to make sure you are stretching. Also your ankles, okay? Your nervous system, because your co-partner, your co-planet is Uranus, which is technology, the nervous system. So make sure you are grounded, you are breathing. Do the Merkaba breathing, where you're expanding your abdominal region. You're holding it for 5, letting it travel all the way up and down your spine, feeling it all the way to your root chakra and back up, and releasing it through your mouth. Do that at least 10 times every hour, you know, or at least 3 to, you know, start off slow, 3, then build up, you know, to really get that oxygen, because we need oxygen in our system to push and carry out those toxins from our body. Also, Aquarius is that since it's having to remind you to do things outside, really participate more with nature. And maybe you want to take a motorcycle ride, go swimming, take a hike. And, you know, it's about your pets also. Take a walk, walk your pets, get a new pet. Be aware of what's going on with your pet. And I just thought of something. I was lamenting earlier that our cat hadn't returned last week. And that was with 4 days within the full moon, just thinking, you know, we forget to apply things to ourselves. And my sun's in Aquarius, my moon is in Aquarius, and hence why she hasn't returned. You know, I just thought of the boomerang effect in the 6th house. So usually pets are in the 6th house, so it's not just your health. Goodness. Didn't I see that coming, huh? No, not really. Venus is also going into the 7th. Sometimes Aquarius, you know, even though I do this, I don't look into it for myself. You know, I try to be flexible and grounded with everything that's going on. But Venus, moving along, Venus is going into your 7th house of partnerships. Remember, partnerships is contractual, either being verbal, handshake, understood, written, but something that is, it felt like something was crawling on me or following us or something, but probably some kind of spider things or on me. Sorry about that. Should have paused it. Yes, if you can edit that part of the video, send it to me. I don't care if you guys see that, you know, I'm just human. But so you're having a redefining of what you need in a partnership, understanding what is going on. You're having an opportunity to expand and spend more time with those partnerships. I remember business partnership. A marriage is a partnership because it's a contract, you know. Even when you're going to court, the opposite person, you know, you say my enemy. Well, let's not call it your enemy. Your counter, you know, person that you're there with court is a partnership because it's an agreement. There's a contract, and there needs to settle out what were your personal agendas, because the joint agenda is no longer serving one another. All right, that's usually what's going on in the divorce in any court, is that in any court case, is that we felt that the other person was not respectable towards the personal, the joint agenda. Hence, we feel our personal agenda. All right, so for the last one, we have Pisces. Pisces, what's going on? Okay, I'm using a different camera now. Pisces, what's going on is we have the full moon in your 10th house of career, fatherhood, authority figures, supervisors, and who we're taking into account of ourselves. And maybe you are having an opportunity of becoming now a supervisor or the boss, okay? And I'm just adjusting this, there we go. And getting to be able to see how you maneuver that authority, and offering it and guiding others. So there's also that, thinking of the mass, you know, the 10th house is generally ruled by Capricorn, and yet it's a feminine essence. So there's that still need of nurturing and guiding. And so you're having that where you might feel that you're losing that guidance and getting a new guidance, and you're giving the opportunity to guide others. And you know, and that's really helping because on the boomerang effect, that's also affecting your 4th house, the way you see your masculine and feminine essence and how you're rooting it and balancing it, and you know, seeing when to use one or another, because generally as a rule, Pisces is a feminine essence sign, and it can get a little bit depressive when it feels over criticized, yet you could be very negative also. You guys are unfortunate, and I said to be very aware. I mean, you guys are the #1 signs that fall into deep depressions and suicidal, and you know, so please be very aware that it's probably just an expansion of your perception of things being negative. You need to give gratitude and be thankful for all the wonderful things you have daily to keep you balanced and keep you out of the negative, because you need to allow that soul to grow, and things are going to happen. There's no life where there's every soul's going to witness some kind of death, going to feel that someone has been taken away from their life too soon. They're going to feel some kind of humiliation, some kind of letdown, betrayal, and all that. You know, it's all involved. You know, some people are going to feel it within the family, some people are going to feel it within their friends, some people are going to feel it within their work, or all of them, you know, with their own health and within themselves. So be very aware that you're not different. It's part of life and growing. It's knowing that and adjusting accordingly to maneuver yourselves through that, so that way you don't take it so personal, because it isn't. It's about, what's personal is that the universe, that our divine creator, that all that is, source, is what's personal, yet very on a collective conscious level, is that we all have to grow. And if we're not going to grow, we have the issue with ourselves, and we're going to have that lesson over and over again, okay? So please nurture yourself and really be aware of that, and offer yourself that love, care, and guidance. And we talked about the boomerang effect from, you know, the 10th house to the 4th house. So you also having that authority, and also having that authority over yourself, is giving you an opportunity to expand your hearth within yourself, that glow, that fire within you. Okay, and do be aware of your bones at this time, making sure you're taking calcium, sleeping enough, and magnesium to absorb that calcium, preferably calcium citrate, because both males and women absorb calcium citrate without less gas. As opposed to carbonate, it's a little bit more difficult to absorb, though liquid form is always great and preferable. And then also too is look into your health, what's going on, your daily activities, how this being an authority figure now, are you guiding others, or are you letting you just being a follower? For the most part, Pisces is a mutable sign, so they are very flexible and happen to just sometimes go with the flow. But there's a time that sometimes Pisces, you got to take control of the reins and really say, this is what's going on, and be aware, because without your health, nothing else matters. And if you're always in a negative perception and negative thought process and belief systems, and watching the news, all that negativity creates toxins within the body and makes you weaker and weaker, because our body collects toxins in different areas. And we have to be very aware of that and giving and forgiving to ourselves. So please understand that and be aware. And to help yourself get better and healthier, releasing those, and maybe do a detox, take a walk outside, hang out with a pet, okay, buy a new pet, or being aware of what's going on with your pets, because sometimes what's going on with our pets also say what's going on with us. They take on our energy. I'm just thinking that right now, something. So my soul purpose is in Pisces, as some of you are thinking, so you're supposed to get negative? No, the positive side of Pisces is for healers, dancers. I am a Hawaiian hula performer, okay, with Quipo Hula. I used to perform belly dancing and others, but recently my journey has taken me more towards the Hawaiian side, and which goes great when I work with the Ho'oponopono, right? And and being very in touch with water. I'm always drinking tea, of course, decaffeinated. I wouldn't say decaffeinated, green tea, white teas, and herbal tisanes. They also have such a connection in using their intuition, not to always be logical and having to analyze and explain. Yet that's what I do in my profession here, is I explain things, but at the same time, as a healer, as a holistic energy therapist, I get to just be a funnel, of that energy of the divine creative, all that is, and just work on it, with people. And that is something of the positive side, and we can do that in our daily life, exchanging energy with plants, animals, crystals, everything is alive and energetic. So please do that for your own health and stay connected that way. So when you are feeling negative, there's no reason to go into depression, panic, or anxiety attacks. But just take a deep breath and know it's not personal, that we all have to go through growth. It's a matter of learning. And if you don't know how to receive what is going on, contact me. I'm a life coach. That's what we do. Most healers are life coaches, okay? And as a life coach, I also work with health as a health coach and intimacy relationship coaching. So I have a few modalities outside my, being a Reiki master, being a theta practitioner, access consciousness, the quick pulse technique, and on the others, So please, always feel positive and know that you have someone you can rely on. Contact me, email me, text me, leave me a message if I don't answer right away, but leave me a message. A lot of people seem to not leave messages, and I don't know, I'm not going to just call them back because, might be rude. Maybe they didn't mean to contact me. But, also, so develop yourself and really be proud of yourself to know that those changes are necessary, and take change as something positive and opportunity, not as a negative. Okay, Pisces? So, thank you for watching. Please watch the rest of, the tarot. And when you watch this, Pisces, also remember to watch your moon sign and your ascendant, your rising sign, okay, to get a better opportunity of what is going on. All right, so Please watch the rest of the tarot, essential oils, herbs, foods, yoga, and then the meditation.